I've certainly read some of the things online, coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends.
Yeah, since returning safe and sound, Gayle King has been taking on critics, including celebrities, of Blue Origin's 6-woman crew that rocketed to outside Earth's atmosphere on Monday.
1, 2, 3, taking up space! What are they doing? Like, why?
We've had some cranky Yankees and haters. I've heard you. I'm not going to let you steal our joy.
And think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted, literally. I'm disgusted.
But like, there are so many other things that are so important in the world right now. Like,
the rest of the population, most people on planet Earth, are worried about paying rent or, having dinner for their kids.
it's so much money to go to space.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and there's a lot of people who can't even afford eggs.
I was one of those people, actually. Well, I spent a lot of money on that. And then you get involved and you start listening and you start learning and you start seeing what goes into doing this and what comes out of it. I think you'll feel differently about it.
You care about Mother Earth, and it's about Mother Earth, and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet.
What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place.
Space exploration was to further our knowledge
Yeah.
and to help mankind. I mean, what are they going to do up there that has made it better for us down here?
Space is not a either or, it's a both and because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth.
Is it historic that you guys are going on a ride?
I've heard people say, oh, okay, you guys are going up on an 11-minute ride, which, by the way, I resent the word ride. There was nothing about a ride. This is a frickin' flight. This is a frickin' journey. That was not a ride.
Guys, last second, they added me to space, and I'm going to space.
Amy Schumer posted the mock video that she was joining the Space Sisters, as Katy Perry called them.
Tamir's in space. Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn.
I'm bringing this thing. It has no meaning to me, but it was in my bag, and I was like on the subway, and I got the text, and they were like, do you want to go to space? So I'm going to space, and thank you to everyone who got me here, and I'll see you guys in space.
In the comments, celebrities like Kimberly Williams Paisley, Lily James, and Laura Benanti were loving it.
So, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it.
Olivia Wilde shared a tweet that included a couple photos of Katy Perry when she emerged from the capsule, holding the daisy that she carried up in space in the air, and then kissed the ground. And Olivia wrote on it, $1 billion bought some good memes, I guess. Okay, I got a few points to make about this. First thing I'll say is that I found the verbiage during the event a little odd. If I was an astronaut, I'd be pretty insulted that the host, anointed each woman an astronaut when they return to Earth.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
Now, Amanda is actually an astronaut, and I'm not sure if Aisha is technically one, but yeah, she's a former NASA scientist, so yeah, she's in the realm at least. But I'll give the title to Katie and Gayle and Lauren and Carrie Ann was a little inappropriate. And at least Gayle rejected that title.
And guess what, Gayle? You belong in the astronaut club.
Oh, thanks. I still struggle with that word. Because I know Mae Jemison is here. Sion is here.
No, I know, but
I know. I honestly can't feel astronaut title yet. I'm very glad to be part of the club. But I look at these women and I go, wow, wow, wow.
Because, yeah, people study and train for years to become astronauts. Like, it's pretty insulting to them just give it to these 6 women, or 4 women, I should say. Because reality is, the 4 women, I'll say, they got into a capsule, they sat down, they put a seatbelt on, and engineers and scientists sent that rocket into space.
New Shepard has cleared the tower.
They took their seatbelt off when they hit zero gravity, floated around for 3 minutes, sat back down, put their seatbelt on, and engineers brought them back down to Earth.
Perception, there it is.
didn't do a single thing in terms of steering, maneuvering, guiding that capsule at all. They were just, along for the ride.
Please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride.
I don't see it as an insult. It is a ride. Like, I mean, think about when you're a passenger in a car or you get on a roller coaster. You sit down, put a seatbelt on, and then you're taken for a ride. You don't have control over the vehicle. And yeah, I mean, that's what you did here. Like, I'm not trying to demean it. I'm just trying to minimize it. But the reality is, you can't get mad that people say it's a ride.
A ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did.
Now, the whole you're using resources and there's better things to spend your money on, I really don't get that argument. I mean, you could do that about so many things in the world. And reality is, I mean, Blue Origin is a huge company that employs a bunch of people. It's like, I don't really know what people are asking for. Like, you're saying, like, Jeff Bezos should stop paying all those smart people, all those engineers, stop employing them.
Thousands of employees that don't just work here, but they put their heart and soul into this vehicle. And, rocket scientists, engineers, all kinds of people, they love their work and they love the mission.
It's not some guy who has a rocket and you just go give him some money and you can ride up to the Earth's atmosphere. I mean, this is a huge company with a lot of people doing a lot of work.
Well, what's the point?
And to say what's the point, I mean, after Jen and Friends, Olivia Wilde was going to go for a ride.
I got to be on a plane back to LA to do more press. We're very excited about our show, so we're doing lots of press.
So your plane flying from New York to LA does even less for the human experience. So yeah, if you want to say there's no point to that, there certainly is no point to your flight. So let's cancel, or let's reduce commercial flying by 25%. A lot of people need to go on business trips. They can do it on Zoom, or people don't need to go on vacation. So yeah, I don't really see how you can make the argument that this is pointless when you're taking a flight somewhere. Like, your flight's pointless.
Blue Origin is building the road to space so that your kids and their kids can build the future.
Flying civilians to space could eventually become a very commonplace thing. So Lauren Sanchez kind of teased in terms of Blue Origin's plans.
Their other mission is for the benefit of Earth. They want to put all heavy industry in space.
So if we're going to be flying workers to space on the regular, I mean, you need a lot of trial runs before you do that. And one of the things I was thinking with this is that the valuable data that you get in terms of like their vitals, there's very few astronauts that have been, I'm not even sure if there's a woman that's been older than 70, Gayle King's age, that has gone to space. And you think about someone how valuable the data would be in terms of her vitals through that flight, because she doesn't have the training of an astronaut for years, and she's apprehensive about doing it, so her heart rate was probably pretty high. So you'd really get to monitor, see how she'd react to that kind of situation. So I'm sure the vitals and tracking her vitals throughout that flight and even after is going to be vital in terms of going forward. And you think of all those women, it's different ethnicities, different ages. So all that data is going to be really valuable in terms of collecting how different people react to the situation. I don't see that flight on Monday as luxurious space tourism. I see it as like a test run, and I'm not degrading the ladies. I'm just saying that Blue Origin has only done 10 human flights before this. 10. This was their 11th. I don't want to be on that capsule. Sure, they have a perfect track record, but I mean, they've only done 10. The elite are going, but is it really privileged? I mean, it's privileged once you come back to Earth safe and sound, but I mean, I don't think going up there is necessarily privileged. Like, think of the reverse. Think if they were taking, poor people, recruiting poor people, putting them on these rockets, and sending them up to space. Like, I mean, we'd all be saying they're using the poor as guinea pigs. So yeah, I don't think it's as simple, it's good, it's bad. I think critics are being overly simplistic in their criticism of it and just kind of doing, celebrities, let's bash them. But then at the same time, I think some of the verbiage around the event is like, I don't think we need to really be congratulating these ladies. They didn't do anything really. They sat there and put a seatbelt on and rode a rocket. Like, I find it weird to congratulate them when they come back, when it's the engineers that should be congratulated. But what are your thoughts?
I think we're in a place in the world where we need to be able to discern what real progress looks like. And what happened yesterday was nothing like that.
Have you been? If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation.